Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another Fright Night Friday Blu-ray update. So this week we've got some sci-fi and some sci-fi horror, which is why we're in the dungeon. Plus, I just like shooting in the dungeon. It's nice and cozy in here. I like it. Anyway, let's see what we got today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. So, first up, we got a film that I loved as a kid. I used to subscribe to the Electric Company magazine, and I remember they did a big cover story on this movie showcasing some of the robots in it, and I just thought it looked so cool. It was also my introduction to Andy Kaufman, pre-Taxi. I had no idea who he was, but they seemed to be really excited that he was in this movie, whoever Andy Kaufman was. Of course, I know who he was now. What could I possibly be talking about but the family-friendly robot romance movie, Heartbeeps? Yeah. I actually had I guess I still have it. The DVD of this was sent to me by a viewer a while back, and I was really excited because it's a childhood favorite. It's not a great film by any stretch, but it's fun, it's silly, it's fairly innocent, and it has some really cool robots in it. And what kid doesn't love cool robots? So, yeah, I really like this one a lot. So, Kino Lorber, I found out recently, put it out on Blu-ray, and I was like, yoink! I just had to get that right away. It was just an instant buy. So, let's take a quick look at the cover here, and the I don't think there's any... Oh, there's a little bit of extras on there, so let's take a look here. Here we have Heartbeeps. Yeah. This was such a favorite of mine when I was a kid, because, of course, robots were da bomb. But, yeah, very cool. Really awesome makeup effects, actually. Like you can see here, Andy Kaufman, Bernadette Peters. Very, very cool. And, yeah, as is often the case with these Kino Lorber titles, not much to speak of in terms of interior art or disc art. But that's okay. The transfers on the films that they put out tend to be really good. I found them pretty consistently excellent. So, yeah, as I said before, when I found out this was on Blu-ray, it was like instant purchase. Just had to have it. So there you go, Heartbeeps. And I love that that painted poster art too. I just don't see that anymore, and it's very depressing. So next up, I got another title from Gold Ninja Video, specifically Wargod. Yes, which is a what is it? A kaiju film from Taiwan. Yeah, so we all know the Japanese kaiju films, but there's a lot of other countries that do kaiju films as well that you don't hear about as much. So this is a nice little collection that has Wargod, which is another one here, and then you've got where is it here? You've also got the three-head monster, which is another Taiwanese one, I think. And then, of course, as is always the case with Gold Ninja Video's titles, there's a bonus movie on here. I haven't found the bonus movie yet, so sometimes there's two bonus movies. But and then in addition to that, there's this wonderful booklet in here that basically gives you the lowdown on a whole bunch of other kaiju movies from other countries, other than the Japanese ones that we know. It's really cool. Some of them I knew, like I'd heard about before, but the vast majority of them I had not, so I definitely want to track down some of those. So this will be a really cool addition to my kaiju shelf over here in the horror section. So let's take a quick look at the packaging and the extras. And here we have Wargod from Gold Ninja Video, the ultimate giant monster experience. So this one is a limited edition of 300, and mine is number 119. So you can see a few pictures there. But this one, Skinslip and I just kind of lost our minds when we found out about it because we hadn't heard of it before. And it does, of course, come with a bonus kaiju movie, and there's at least one hidden one on here as well. So if we crack this open, really nice discard on there, but all of Gold Ninja's stuff are tend to be public domain films, but they're doing like deluxe editions of these public domain films with all kinds of cool extras. So they are BDRs, but they're quite cheap as long as you get them before they're gone. And yeah, so we just take a quick look at the little booklet here. You can see this is just a wealth of information about other sort of obscure kaiju films, some of which you might have heard of, like, you know, Gorgo's pretty well known and stuff like that. And I've never heard of any of these, but Yongari, Monster from the Deep, that's a pretty well known one. And yeah, so just more obscure kaiju films to track down and enjoy beyond the famous Japanese ones that we all know so well. So very cool. Love Gold Ninja Video. They do some really, really fine work and are clearly film fans. And there you go. So I don't have an Amazon link for you for this because Gold Ninja Video only sells their Blu-rays, extremely limited editions, by the way, through their own website. So if you're interested in checking out what they've got, maybe get this one for your collection if they still got any left. I'll include the link in the description, along with the regular Amazon links for everything. Yeah, so this is a limited edition of 300. That's just how limited these are. So get them while you can. There's a lot of really cool titles they've put out that are just gone. That's it. There's no more. They do extremely limited editions. Next up, delving into the sci-fi horror category. This is one that I had been wanting to get into my collection ever since it was announced. I watched this with the gang on Movie Gangbang a few years back, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know how I had missed it all these years. I think it was actually the cover kind of put me off, and I didn't know that it was what it was. Does that make any sense? Anyway, it's Chopping Mall. So looking at this cover, I mean, if you look closely, you can see it's like a robot arm, but just at a glance, I thought it was like a zombie arm holding a shopping bag, and I'm just like, zombie movies, whatever. But no, it's not. It's a killer robot movie. It's basically these teens get trapped in a mall, and the security robots go wild and start killing everybody. And it's so much fun. It's great. It's actually very similar to the police robot in Heartbeeps, but smaller, and they kill everybody. So, well, not everybody. They kill a lot of people. But I was like, well, I didn't know it was a killer robots running amok in a mall movie. I would have been all over that 30 years ago. So anyway, mistake rectified. Watched it on Movie Gangbang, loved it. Then Vestron Home Video put it out, and I put off getting it until now. I'm actually stunned that I managed to get it with the slipcover. I just ordered this through Amazon. But score. Anyway, let's take a quick look at the packaging and extras here. And Chopping Mall. Yeah. I can't believe I waited so long to watch this. But again, I blame the artwork. While it is a cool cover, it really doesn't accurately represent the film. If I had known this was a killer security robots running amok killing horny teenagers in a mall movie, I would have been all over that. But, missed out on it. And I really love these slipcovers. They're all... I don't know how well you can pick it up, but it's like metallic shiny on the top bar there. Yeah, it doesn't really show up too well on camera. But anyway, so we slide it out there. I was actually really surprised to get the slipcover, actually, because this is number 1 in the Vestron video library. They got, I don't know, about 20 out now over the past few years. And I did not expect to get the slipcover, so that was a nice surprise. So there we go. Same artwork on the inside. Same listings on the back. But quite a pile of extras for this. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing how the transfer looks on this. And there we go, just an eco case, some nice disc art. And that's it. But yeah, love this movie, and definitely didn't want to miss out on it. And there you go. So actually a very, very nice edition of this movie. Really looking forward to watching this again in glorious high definition. All right, last but most definitely not least, some would say this is just sci-fi. I've always thought of this as sci-fi horror because it's aliens going around killing literally everybody in 1953's The War of the Worlds. Yeah. This one I've had on DVD for so long and was like, are they ever going to put this out on Blu-ray? Like, this needs a Blu-ray. Beautiful Technicolor alien invasion. Like, just fantastic effects that still look great today. Like, when those spaceships start going through the streets with their dome shields, just annihilating everything in their path, it is spectacular. So, and it still looks great. I mean, this is a classic example of Hollywood spectacle at its best. And I've always loved this movie, and I love the 80s TV series that was a direct sequel to it. I did a video about that many Halloweens ago, which you guys might remember. But, yeah, so not only did we get a Blu-ray release of it, we got a freaking Criterion Blu-ray release of it. How cool is that? So let's take a quick look here at the packaging and all the goodies that this edition has. There we go. War of the Worlds Criterion Edition. I can't believe this got a Criterion. I mean, it's totally deserving of it, but I was just hoping for a Blu-ray, any kind of Blu-ray. But then we got a freaking Criterion. Like, I'm just so stoked about this. You have no idea. Look at this gorgeous artwork. Ugh. Guy getting annihilated by the heat ray. Is there any significant artwork underneath? No, not really. So it's just like that. And then, of course, this is often the case with Criterion. We have a lovely booklet. In this case, it's just kind of a fold-out thing. It's not like a huge... Sometimes we get really thick booklets, but yeah, we got this nice essay. Very cool. A little bit of info about the movie and the transfer. And actually a wraparound cover there of the three hapless humans greeting the Martians right before they get blasted. But it's kind of funny they chose that moment. But I guess it is kind of an iconic moment of the movie, so yeah, really cool. Really looking forward to revisiting this in glorious high definition. And there you go. So yeah, very excited to watch this again finally in high definition. This looks like just a fantastic edition. Yeah, I honestly, I would buy way more Criterions if they weren't so freaking expensive here in Canada. So I really have to pick and choose which ones I get. This was a no-brainer. This was a must-have. I just had to have this one because it's such a long-time favorite of mine. But yeah, here in Canada, the Criterion titles typically go for about $50. And they rarely go on sale, and if they do, it's not by much. It's not like down in the States where, you know, Barnes & Noble has their half-price Criterion sales every year or a couple times a year. Yeah, we don't get that up here. We get nothing. Full price or nothing. Sucks to be you. Anyway, I bought it. It's like, I need this in my collection, so I'll bite the bullet on that one. So once in a blue moon, there'll be a particular title I really want, and I'll spring for it. But I mean, it's really, come on, Criterion, give us some of the sales up here in the Great White North, please. I'm begging you. You got some great stuff, and I'd love to have it on my shelves. Anyway, that is it for this week's update. Hope you enjoyed. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors. Big thanks to you for watching. Be sure to catch me on Twitch. I stream just about every day, and I will see you next time. Until then, sayonara.